Jacob, it has been a long-standing, almost political feud that's been going on between the Congress party on the one hand, certainly its media department represented by Mr. Jairam Ramesh, Mr. Pawan Khera. They've been training their guns against Dr. Shashi Tharoor, who's a four-time member of parliament of the same Congress party from Thiruvananthapuram, who's now leading the Indian delegation to the United States and to some other Caribbean nations. Now, they have taken issue with the fact that Dr. Tharoor, in one of his speeches there, said that for the first time in 2016, India crossed the LOC and did surgical strikes. Now, the Congress has hit back at him, saying that that's not quite the case. Surgical strikes had happened before as well, during Dr. Manmohan Singh's time. And they have cited some examples to show, including one from Dr. Tharoor's own book, as to saying that there were strikes that were carried out before 2016. But the moot point is not that. The moot point is, at a time when India has executed something we haven't seen before, at least in scale, in degree, in precision, and in simply altering the military options available sub-nuclear, every which way you look at it, Operation Sindoor has been a game changer. And the military implications of it are just sinking in because the dust is just settling. At a time when India is sending these delegations led by Dr. Tharoor and others who've gone to Europe and Southeast Asia, etc., to try and win the narrative war, why is the Congress party undermining not just the government's effort or its own members of parliament's efforts, but its own effort, which we saw in the aftermath of the first few days of the Pahalgam attack and also in the aftermath of Operation Sindoor, where there seemed to be a collective national unity around the issue of Operation Sindoor and India's need to send a message to Pakistan. But now that national political unity seems to be crumbling bit by bit. I want to first play out a series of reactions where Dr. Tharoor, who's now in the last few weeks certainly emerged as one of the most articulate voices for India and to put forth India's position. Forget about government of India's position or opposition of India's position. But we as a nation, the whole of nation approach, as my colleague Anand keeps saying, he has become an articulate spokesperson to put forth India's point of view. He's now getting attacked by some of his own.
What has changed in recent years is that the terrorists have also realized they will have a price to pay. On that, let there be no doubt. When, for the first time, India breached the line of control between India and Pakistan to conduct a surgical strike on a terror base, a launch pad, the Uri strike in September 2015, that was already something we had not done before. Even during the Kargil war, we had not crossed the line of control. This time, we have gone beyond both of those. We have not only gone beyond the line of control and the international border, we have struck at the Punjabi heartland of Pakistan. Our Director General of Military Operations got a call from the Pakistani Director General of Military Operations saying they'd like to stop this. No one sitting in Pakistan is going to be allowed to believe that they can just walk across the border and kill our citizens with impunity. There will be a price to pay.
Now, there is a new controversy with the chief spokesperson of the Congress party, the head of the media department, Jairam Ramesh, coming out and saying that why are we sending all of these delegations? Why are we sending all of these MPs around the globe? They're also roaming around the globe, just like the terrorists who undertook Pahalgam. They're also roaming around and roaming free. That has led to a political controversy because clearly, members of parliament cannot be equated with the terrorists who are roaming free. He is, of course, valid in the question that he's asking as to why, even after over a month now since Pahalgam, why are those terrorists still not accounted for? Why have they still not been either apprehended or neutralized? That's a very valid question to ask, but to say or draw some sort of an equivalence by saying, wo bhi ghoom rahe hain or ye bhi ghoom rahe hain, some of those MPs who are part of these delegations have also seemingly taken offense to it. Let's listen into what Mr. Jairam Ramesh had to say, and then we'll open this up.
कि ये जो पहलगाम के आतंकवादी हैं, उन्होंने 4 आतंकी हमले कराए हैं 18 महीने में, आज वहां यहां वहां घूम रहे हैं। हमारे सांसद भी यहाँ वहाँ घूम रहे हैं और आतंकवादी भी यहाँ वहाँ घूम रहे हैं। तो यही तो गंभीरता से हम ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, इन सवालों का जवाब नहीं देते हैं। बीजेपी सिर्फ कांग्रेस पार्टी को निशाना बनाती है। इनका हमला जो है कांग्रेस पार्टी पर है, आतंकवादियों के ऊपर होना चाहिए, पाकिस्तान पर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, आतंकवादियों को गिरफ्तार करना चाहिए। कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ आपका राजनीतिक मतभेद है, पार्लियामेंट में बहस हो, चुनाव में बहस हो, पर रोज मिसाइल जो छोड़े जा रहे हैं प्रक्षेपास्त्र, वो कांग्रेस पार्टी के खिलाफ छोड़े जा रहे हैं।
All right, so Mr. Jairam Ramesh saying that the attack should be against Pakistan, not against the Congress party. Why is the Prime Minister downwards launching these missiles on the Congress party? It should be launched on Pakistan. Now, on the question of Tharoor, and we'll open this up to our political spokespersons right after this, here are a couple of reasons why the Congress party is upset with Dr. Tharoor. They feel that his remarks are much more pro-BJP, pro-government than anybody in the opposition seems to have said in the last 4 weeks since Pahalgam happened. That the Congress party feels it undermines also the Congress's achievements, including some of these strikes which were carried out even in the UPA regime but were not publicly claimed, like we started doing so from 2016. Also, they feel that he is simply going on a limb out and against the party line, which of course puts spokespersons and people who are defending the Congress party, their job much more difficult when one of their own is going out of his way to defend the government and the government's response to Pahalgam. Let's listen into some political reactions and then we'll open this up to our panelists.
कांग्रेस पार्टी ने सारी हदें पार कर दी है। जयराम रमेश कहते हैं कि जो हमारे देश के सांसद, अलग अलग पार्टी के चुने हुए सांसद, जो हमारी लोकतंत्र के प्रतिबिंब है, वो जो पाकिस्तान को बेनकाब कर रहे हैं विदेशी धरती पर जाकर, वो दरअसल आतंकियों की तरह है। मतलब अपने एमपीज को टेररिस्ट की तरह कंपेयर करना, यही तो पाकिस्तान चाहता है कि हमारे एमपीज को टेररिस्ट बता देना ताकि उसको क्लीन चिट मिल जाए।
Congress party and its Congress working committee, we stood in unison as long as Operation Sindoor was on. During Operation Sindoor, not one person came forward and raised any question. We supported our government, we supported our armed forces. We support our armed forces even today, unquestionably. However, once Operation Sindoor is now over, should accountability not be fixed? Or should everybody put a tape on their mouth and remain mum?
All right, quick face-off. Rohan Gupta, spokesperson of the BJP, is now joining us. Dr. Shama Mohammad, national spokesperson of the Congress, is now joining us. Dr. Shama Mohammad, I can't think of somebody more articulate to take your party's position, the government's position, and frankly, like I said, the whole of nation position on why India had to do Operation Sindoor. I can't think of anybody more articulate to put forth those views to an international audience than Dr. Tharoor. And by repeatedly attacking him every single day, are you not undermining your own position? And the unity that Mr. Surjewala was referring to in that bite that we played a moment ago, that during Operation Sindoor, the Congress was with the government. Aren't you not undermining that by attacking one of your own?
I'm very surprised today, Zaka, you're doing a debate on this. It's a small issue. Things happen. I mean, it's a correction made. Of course, we're not denying what Shashi Tharoor is, but he himself has written his own in a book where the Uri strikes were used for political gain. But my question today is, BJP's Ranbir Pathania, BJP MLA, says Air Force is nalayak. It's been said today. Now, when our defense forces, our Air Force, our Army is fighting against this Operation Sindoor, they're going ahead, taking on Pakistan. Is this what a BJP MLA has to say? Then you have Ramachandra Jangra, who says women who lost their husbands did not have the spirit and vigor. I mean, what sort of things these are? These are official BJP MLAs, RS Rajya Sabha MP, and of course, let's not forget Vijay Shah, who said Sophia Qureshi Atankwadi ki behan hai. I mean, what you have to do a debate on why Modi ji is won. He is quiet, no action taken on anybody. See, in our case, we talk, it's a democratic party. We have people who say something, the other one says something. But here, the Narendra Modi is exceptionally quiet. And I'm upset. I'm upset with the Prime Minister of India that he is going everywhere. He's in Bihar, he was in Mumbai, he's everywhere. But he does not take any action on these people. Does that mean, I want to ask Rohan today, does that mean that these things are told by the Prime Minister of India that you can continue? See, we heard Vijay Shah, he did not take an action. Then MLA
So-
just now, no.
Yeah,
They have to answer.
Dr. Sharma,
These are-
so
they
one second.
refuse abuse.
Can I just say, our understanding is and our information is that when the NDA Chief Minister's meeting happened on last Saturday, the Prime Minister specifically brought up this issue of, motor mouths and people, going against the party line and saying, all kinds of obnoxious things, the likes of what Vijay Shah said. You are perfectly well within your right to ask that question as to, why no action is being taken. But having said that, fair enough. I will ask Rohan that. Every time, you say, why is Congress party attacking Shashi Tharoor? Rohan, the question that will be asked of your party is also, why are these motor mouths being allowed to go scot-free in your party, despite the fact that the Prime Minister himself said that you should not indulge in such kind of loose talk? So please, it's a fair question. Please answer, Rohan.
Zaka, first of all, your question on Dr. Shashi Tharoor. See how the politics starts getting played in Congress party. Shashi Tharoor is the head of Parliamentary Committee on External Affairs. When BJP government or Modi government, Indian government asks names of MPs who can represent India for Operation Sindoor, if his name is not there, what it shows? It shows the insecurity of the coterie surrounded by the top leaders. How can you exclude person like Shashi Tharoor from such an important activity outside the country where you have to represent the voice of the country? Don't you feel the politicians started that? And what about after that, the way the statements have been made by Mr. Udit Raj against him? Do you feel that can be without the permission of the consent of the top? No. This is not about Congress party. This is not about individual Rohan Gupta or Zaka. This is about our country. You have to give your best. You have to represent the country outside with the best of the people. And Dr. Shashi, nobody, whether in opposition party or in ruling party, can question the credentials of Dr. Shashi Tharoor. So why such politics against Dr. Shashi Tharoor? He categorically told Zaka today that he was referring to the retaliatory action by Indian government, not the earlier wars.
Yeah.
So he does he have to give that clarification? Don't you feel, if you see Mr. Jairam Ramesh is one of the Darbaris, his statement comparing MPs with the terrorists, what kind of mindset? Do you feel he's a small leader? You can let go one small person talking here and there, but the person who is the in charge of media talking that the terrorists and MPs, wo log ghum rahe. What kind of mindset is this? From day one, Congress party is taking this exercise as a PR activity rather than understanding this is the phase 2 of Operation Sindoor. हमने पहले सैन्य के थ्रू अटैक किया, अब कूटनीति के थ्रू हम वार कर रहे हैं.
Okay, Dr. Sharma, that's a fair question to ask. Mr. Ramesh is a very, very senior leader of your party, former minister in the UPA government, the head of your media department. For him to say, ये आतंकवादी भी घूम रहे हैं और हमारे MP भी घूम रहे हैं. I mean, what is this equivalence between MPs and Atankwadi?
I'm just going to give me some time. He said one thing. He said insecurity. He didn't answer your question on those three: RS member, a minister, and an MLA. He did not answer it. One. Number two, is insecurity more important than catching the 4 terrorists? Where are those 4 terrorists? You have to answer to us. We got you Ajmal Kasab. We hung him. That's what the UPA did. That's what we do with terrorists. We catch them and we hang them. All right? We hung Afzal Guru. We catch them, we hang them. We investigate, catch those perpetrators. Now, you are not even telling us why this security lapse happened. Like Randeep ji just now said, where is accountability? That's one. Now, coming back to Jairam ji, what did Jairam ji say? What was the context? The context is there's going to be a special session of Parliament on the 25th and 26th of June because of emergency.
No, but that's been denied. That's been denied. That has been denied. There is no special session of Parliament.
Okay, but in the context, he said that, when he said that, we have been asking for such a session, we want answers. Who is accountable? Why security lapse? Article 370 was put in. What did Amit Shah say? Atankvad khatam hoga. Why is terrorism still there? Why did the rapid action force come for 45 minutes?
No, but
there?
none of that, Dr. Mohammed, none of that is the same as saying आतंकवादी भी घूम रहे हैं और हमारे MPs भी घूम रहे हैं. It's not the same thing. These are all valid questions which any opposition in a democracy should ask. And you should ask when Parliament session begins. It's beginning, by the way, end of June. So all of these questions you should ask. But to say हमारे आतंकवादी भी घूम रहे हैं और हमारे MPs भी घूम रहे हैं, Come on, I mean, surely you know better than that, and surely Mr. Ramesh knows better than that.
Zaka, here you don't ask questions to the BJP. Like he said, they have not taken action on Vijay Shah, but Mahmoodabad is in jail. In Haryana, he was arrested. For what? For nothing. Whereas Vijay Shah is roaming freely, and the Supreme Court has told the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, "Aapne karwai kyun nahi ki? Why haven't you taken action on this matter?"
Rohan, I'll ask that question again. You've not taken action against Mr. Shah or Mr. whoever this new gentleman is, the Rajya Sabha MP who said the women of Pahalgam did not fight back. Yeah.
Zaka, you're not allowing me to finish.
Okay, last point. I also have to wrap up, please.
Can I just finish?
Quickly.
We asked questions regarding Jairam Ramesh.
Has said that
we asked questions.
We have put trade embargo on them. And that's how a ceasefire came. This was said in the United States court.
Okay, Rohan. Yeah,
See,
Rohan.
again, this question of
Rohan,
I was not to. I never wanted to again go there. But if they don't trust the Indian army, where the chief of the DGMO India clearly told on 11th that we received call from Pakistan DGMO at 3:35, and after that we agreed to stop this action. Still, they are asking question to the army. Or फिर बोलते हैं कि Trump, what Trump? You are questioning the Indian army again.
Shama, come on. Now you please listen. Yeah, please. Yeah, thank you.
I never spoke in between. Yeah. Shama. So my point is, again, you are questioning Indian army. See, Zaka, we need to understand. Our objective is one, as political parties or as an Indian, that in the time of Operation Sindoor, we should be united and our voice should be same. If your statements are misused by Pakistan media and it is misused against the India, I think you need to think that there is something seriously wrong. Okay. Your media chief makes some statements that Attankwadi and this MPs, there some parallels is wrong. There is seriously something wrong. Ajay Rai hangs the Rafale with Nimbu Michi. There is something seriously wrong. Udit Raj questions Shashi Tharoor's credentials. There is seriously something wrong with your narrative.
Okay.
Because of these issues, you are not able to get the.
All right, I got to wrap up. Rohan Gupta, Shama Mohammed, we'll leave it at that. But like I said, I mean, one thing is very apparent that Dr. Tharoor, particularly in the last 4 weeks since Pahalgam and then subsequently after Operation Sindoor, has really put forth in the most articulate form India's position when it comes to why India carried out Operation Sindoor. And it's really a tragedy that some of his own party members are attacking him for what he said. Politically, this could move in a very, very accelerated, almost kinetic manner once he comes back from that trip. We will keep an eye out for how that plays out.